Hi, my name is Meley Ghermay,
And I'm Mona Kurian.
and this is our Take Action project for the Harvest Award on malnutrition.
What is malnutrition? Malnutrition is a class of diet-related deficiencies that are suboptimal, also known as undernutrition. Malnutrition is not just basic hunger and can vary from starvation to overeating. A person who is malnourished isn't maintaining the proper amount of nutrition needed for them to stay healthy. So there are two types of malnutrition. The first one is undernutrition, which is lacking in vitamins and minerals that are essential to a healthy life. And this can lead to consequences such as being underweight, stunting, and wasting. And the second type of overnutrition, which is not as commonly known, is the overconsumption of non essential nutrients such as excessive calories or processed foods like junk food. And this can lead to being obese or overweight. So these are some statistics and who it affects. So 1 in 3 women are affected by anemia, which is a micronutrient deficiency related illness. And around 50% of child deaths under the age of 5 are related to malnutrition. And children and women, people in developing countries, senior adults in solitude, and people with underlying diseases are more likely to be affected by malnutrition.
Here's a Q&A with a pediatric specialist who we interviewed. Question 1. Have you ever had patients who suffer from malnutrition? If so, how often? Malnutrition is not so common in our area, though there are a few cases every year in Montgomery County and a few more throughout Maryland. And as provided by the pediatrician, these are the contact and location information of child advocacy centers and children's services across Maryland. How do you usually treat patients who suffer from malnutrition? And her answer was, in any case, the main plan of action is figuring out why the patient is malnourished and identifying the family's circumstances, such as their medical history, social situation, support, caregiving, etc., to best uniquely approach the situation. Did you study malnutrition in depth in medical school? One of the key classes in medical school is pathophysiology, which is taken after physiology. According to Dr. Kristen's track, in med school, she learned all the theoreticals of what happens to the body in terms of malnourishment and deficiencies, such as missing vitamin D or C, and how a B12 deficiency is protein poor, etc. While in residency, because I was in pediatrics and a lot of the malnourishment starts when they're very little, we got more into the little details and identifying if the cause was social or medical, and if it's Crohn's, celiac, etc. We dive much more into it. Dr. Kristen did residency for 3 years at Georgetown University. What would you recommend people interested in helping do? There are many ways to help, starting with understanding how a person becomes malnourished, and whether it's socially, which help through the community, religious affiliations, and programs is the best approach. School activities like sandwich making, Thanksgiving activities, etc. Helping families understand that there are cheaper, more accessible options that are just as healthy, and providing them through drives and community support is even more helpful. Or if the problem is physiological, which would be coordinating with specialists, educating the family, and learning about the family's history. Another important one is that programs like Girl Scouts and other volunteers can have fairs and such that not only educate but hopefully working with companies to hand out either free formula or free multivitamins. These are so helpful to give them short-term support while they try to figure out long-term ones.
So, what can you do to help? You can learn more about malnutrition. If you want to help people just like you who are suffering from malnutrition, visit the World Food Program's website to get more information. Or you can donate. There are many charities that are working to solve the problem of malnutrition. Here are a list of some charities that you could donate to. These include the World Food Program USA, No Kid Hungry, Action Against Hunger, Feeding America, and the World Central Kitchen.
Thank you.
Thank you.